Guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution Tarot, and I'm here today to bring you a monthly message for the sign of Gemini for May 2022. Happy birthday to all my Geminis born this month. For all my subscribers as well, thank you for being here. I love you, love you, love you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being here. You guys mean the world to me. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. If this feels like it resonates and you'd like to see more, please hit subscribe. Join the journey with me. I'd love to have you along the ride. And guys, remember that no matter what messages come through, it's still up to you, your active free will, the choices you make, the steps you take in your world to get whatever fulfillment it is you'd like to see. To me, this is personal freedom. Personal freedom is personal power, and it's something that lies at the tips of your fingers and the soles of your feet. So use that power to do wisely, my friends. So I'm going to get into the cards. Before I do, I'll just take a moment to call in spirit and ask Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, my team of light, as well as any of your spirit guides that would be here for the highest good of the entire collective to join us, as well as my team of angels. I'm going to ask them to guide, guard, bless, and protect myself, this reading, and any of you who would ask for it, to use me as the clearest channel possible, and to give messages for the most far-reaching, but only for the highest good of the entire collective, okay? So no second-rate messages today. First off with me I have, which is this called? The Secrets of the Witch, little oracle, and I felt like this was very, very important to bring. I started filming the monthlies on the 13th, Friday the 13th, so the witches wanted to come through. And for some spiritual advice here we have the old ways. It says, the old ways are sacred to witches who are reclaiming traditions thousands of years old. What are some of your ancient practices? The witch asks your memories to rise within you. For some of you, you may be quite aware of your practice. You may be quite aware of your magic and your connection to your ancestors. For some of you, this is something that may be just kind of new. I don't like the term baby witch, but that's what I heard. For some of you guys, it may be like you're just kind of getting into this, or just starting to kind of reclaim some of the power within you as well. And this is really spirit saying, ask that inner witch, ask the witch to help show you. For some of you as well, that ancient wisdom and this stuff that's been handed down. For some of you that I heard, this is herbal medicine. For some of you, you have ancestors apple. Definitely having your ancestors guide you right now. And it says, the witch has spoken with your loved ones in spirit and told them how to reach you in gentle, loving ways. When you receive their wisdom, leave an apple to show your gratitude. So I feel like this as well is also being very tuned in and honed in on our intuition. Because for some of you guys, you may actually know if you're being visited by an ancestor. Otherwise, you might not even know this. So for some of you, what I get is it could even be like a recent passed on loved one. For some of you guys as well, when I'm talking about old ways, this may be stuff that passed on loved ones or ancestors have taught you, right? So I'll give an example. Applesauce. Applesauce is one of those things. And I mean, here we have the ancestor apple, right? But the applesauce is something that my mom, my grandmother taught me, and I do it in an older way. I cut them, I don't peel them, I take the seeds out, and then we put them in a pot. I put a little bit of water, I steam them, kind of get them all to like where they're mush, and then I have a mill that I go through where you turn it around and all the sauce kind of falls out the bottom, but the peel comes off. A lot of people don't do that anymore, and the way that my family was taught to do that, that's an older way of doing it. It would be a lot of different things you could do that with too, right? Just leave the skin on, put it through the mill, scrape that stuff out. For some of you, this could even be what I'm hearing is, I heard archery for some of you. I also heard the words mortar, okay? For some of you, this could even be just like you still know how to do things that has been passed on. So for some of you as well, like, and this is again why I heard mortar, is because you know, it's a personal thing as well, but I feel like there is, for some of you, okay, so what I'm hearing is like bricklaying and stone laying and masonry. For some of you, this may be something that has been passed down, that has been taught through your ancestors. And for some of you, this is family lineage that you may not even have known. So for some of you, your last name could be Mason. And what do you think your family, your ancestors, what may have been the occupation, right? So what I'm also hearing is potentially as well, if masonry and things like that has could be even like a mason, right? Like in an institution. But what I heard is for some of it, that could also be your ancestors showing you that things are built to last if you do it right. So that's that message. There's one more I feel like Spirit's going to give us from this. So let's go with what we have. Messages for Gemini, please, for May 2022. We have the Old Ways, Ancestor Apple, and thank you. I think it's also important with that Ancestor Apple that yes, we leave something for for gratitude, and to say, hey, thank you, I really accept this. For some of you, it doesn't mean put an apple. It could just be thanking Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, ancestors, for showing me the way, for giving me this guidance. I heard you, Snooks. So you also have Grow Your Magic. Mother Moon Waxes. The witch asks you to affirm that you are growing in power, health, vitality, and creativity. Visualize the life you wish to nurture. All can come true. And I think this is important because we're not setting limitations on ourselves. We are setting ourselves into a power position by visualizing what we'd like, and to know that this can come true, not putting ourselves down, not degrading ourselves, and not sending ourselves these little things of, well, I'd like it to happen, but I don't think it will. We're not putting any self-sabotage in this mix. So underneath there is you are magic. And this says, what will you weave from the strands of wonder that make up your most precious life? Whatever your dream of, the witch sends you unwavering belief in your power to create a magical life. Believe in your power, my friends. Believe in, those little spirit nudges that you're getting, and believe as well that from what I'm hearing, you're walking a path right now that your ancestors have been praying for. They've been waiting for the change, and they've been waiting for you, because all of these things, it lies with you. You're this, what I heard is the culmination. It ends with you. You're the culmination of all of the effort put forth, in the past and going forward into this point. All of the gifts that you have, all of the things that you're going to share, everything that you are the culmination point. So I have the Dragon Oracle to get a little bit more clarity before I grab the tarot, please, Spirit. What messages would you have? Thank you. So you get the Aquamarine Dragon from Neptune, and it says it enables you to access your deepest soul wisdom. I don't know what it's going to come from. It could be something that you're just really drawn to. It could be a new task that you start doing, but something that is going to either give you knowledge or wisdom, something that you're doing, some skill that you possess. It's really important. So it's enabling you to get to that deep soul wisdom. So it could even be that you may experience a lot of downloads right now. I know myself, I've been getting that ringing in my ear, and I'll get a different pressure, and it'll come for like a minute or two, and then it's gone. So spirituality and wisdom are available to you. Develop your psychic abilities and receive ineffable soul knowledge. Just a second, guys. Okay, I'm back. Cat's the boss, right? Cat wants out, it's gonna meow until I let him out. You also have the Black Dragon, which cocoons you so that your divine potential grows. Meditate, reflect, undergo a metamorphosis. And you see the protection of the seed that he's taking care of. There is definitely a change happening to me as well. I see these babies with the baby seahorses all around as well. What I heard is rise up for a new generation as well. For some of you, this is very much coming into your own, coming into your power, and in a way that whatever you're growing, I think you're going to surprise yourself. Royal Blue and Gold Dragon says it strengthens you to stand in your power and wisdom. Awaken to your own majesty. Wear your cloak of power with pride. Witches and dragons, my friends. We've got a lot of protection here and a lot of ancient wisdom. And I think that partially why this was where I felt like really drawn to pull these two cards this time too. You are protected to follow your magic. I've said this in a different reading, and for any of you guys who resonate with, the term witch, or if you practice magic, if you practice manifestation powers, if you are a powerful person and happy in your power, these are kind of things that, you know, especially when we talk about the old ways and persecution, especially women with power, sexually liberated women, sexually free people. There's kind of been like this demonization, and I think that this is where it's really important. This may have to do nothing with your sexual nature, but it might have to do something with it, okay? It's just that for some of you as well, you may actually find, what I'm hearing is like sex magic, essentially, or even during, sorry if this is out of your comfort zone, but during like masturbation or something like that, as you're ready to climax, this is where I feel like this could be some of that really important things to focus on. Your goals, focus on what you would like to see come into fruition, and use that powerful creative magic to help it come into fruition. Not all of you, that if that part doesn't resonate, don't disregard it. But for some of you, there's a very, very important, and they also said potency in this kind of magic. So let me get you a message now from the Wildwood Tarot, and that was quick. You have the Seven of Stones, Healing in the reverse, and number 15, the Guardian in reverse. I'm just going to flip them over and see what we have going on here. Spirit, can you explain to me what's going on with the Seven of Swords and the Guardian, please, for Gemini for May 2022? Tell me about the Seven of Stones. Why is it in reverse? The Wheel's in the reverse. Might not be your time yet. Okay, you have the Queen of Bows with the hair here. This could be a fire sign, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. For some of you, what I heard, this is timing, and this could be in the time of Leo. We have the Eight of Stones with skill. Definitely building up, developing your skill. I also heard labor, skilled labor. But this is something where he's really had to learn to perfect this over time. You have the Green Woman in reverse, the Seven of Bows in the reverse, the Knight of Bows, and the Two of Bows. I definitely do feel like this is you. This may be another person in your world, but I feel like this is more of you and choosing what you're going to go after, choosing what you're going to spend your time and energy on, and choosing what you're going to create magic with, choosing. With this Two of Wands, there's no more, well, I just fell into it and I decided to do this. This is, you make an active choice on what you want to do, and you follow your passion and you lead through with it. The Seven of Stones to me in the clearance, there is something here, again, blocking our feminine power or blocking our ability to create is how I'm feeling on this. Those Seven of Stones in the reverse as well. So much of this being in the reverse, I think that this is also because we are really coming to place with, again, I heard it's the culmination of a lot of our life lessons. So there's maybe a block in our creativity and a block in our healing right now, a block in maybe releasing some of the struggles for us. But I think it's really important to make those active choices and changes, really, to look at things like, okay, this is what's working for me so far. This hasn't been working for me. Going forward, you know, what tools am I going to bring into this next chapter of my world? What tools am I going to need? For some of you, I heard a rain check as well. There might be things that you really want to do right now, but you have to make a choice between avenues and choice between directions. And there may be some things in your life you say, you know what, I'll take a rain check. What I heard is life is an experience, and one of the things that is so important in this world is experiencing as much as we can on this relatively short time we have on this earth. And I feel like for some of us, we are definitely guarding ourselves a little too closely with this Guardian in reverse. It could be the reason why there's a block in healing is because we haven't come to that particular junction yet where this healing is going to be, you know, what I heard is it's at its appropriate time. Why is this Green Woman in reverse? You got the Green Woman, there's a lot of Green Woman, the Guardian, the Wheel. And again, the Guardian, I feel like, is the bare bones of the situation, that cave bear. I want to look at that one too. The Six of Vessels was on the top in the reverse. What I have that fell out was the Ten of Vessels, happiness, and Six of Bows, abundance. I think that it's going to come to a point of what they said is this abundance. And for some of you guys, this has to do with money, even though it's not here. For some of you, it's saying we want you to look at the happiness that you have in your world, even if you don't feel like you have financial abundance right now. Financial stress is one of the biggest things that we can do to ourselves. One of the biggest stresses on relationships. It is, something that when we don't have enough, it's a constant stress, because it comes to a point where, well, you need to feed yourself, you need to clothe yourself, you need to house yourself, you need to pay your bills, and if you don't have the money to do that, then you might be a bit hungry. This is what I heard, and this is where we need to make things stretch, to make things last. But I also feel like that this is something needs to be done where we actively choose to clear out those blocks to our money too, the blocks to our financial success. What I heard is for some of you guys is work hard. Show them what you're made of and show them your skills. This is going to translate into what I heard also is prophetic wisdom. But it's going to translate into your skills and labor being recognized. Tell me about this guardian. I think it's important to know that we're getting into a bare bones of a situation as well. Oops. We're getting into a bare bones of a situation, but these bones cannot hurt you. For some of you, this is childhood stuff that's coming up. You may be given an opportunity to heal some things. But again, it's our choice on how we're going to do this. This Queen of Bows showing up with the Knight of Bows as well, the Two of Bows, this is passion. Making sure that this next trip around the sun, this next, month, this next little while in our life is that we're not squandering our opportunities away. We're taking full advantage of everything that we've learned again. And to me, for some of you, this is like a protective tomb or a protective place where we've placed our secrets, is what I heard. Or we've placed our darkness and we've set this guy as guardian. And for some of us, this is memories. For some of us, this is repressed stuff that we've just like, you know what? It's not fucking helping me to relive this every single day. I'm going to lock it up in here. I'm going to put this guy there, and that's it. And for some of you guys, if there is a tomb in your heart or your mind or something where there's some pretty heavy stuff locked away, I don't fear. Spirit's not like, hey, unlock that door, unleash those beasts, let them out. They're saying, hey, we want to come to a place where we can use whatever is behind this door to wisen ourselves up. Because again, this life has been about experience. It's been about what kind of experiences we bring and what kind of experiences we can do and what kind of lessons we're going to learn. Again, I come back to this. Awaken to your own majesty. Wear the cloak of pride with power, with pride. It strengthens you to stand in your power with wisdom. There may be some stuff here that make you feel powerless. And what I feel about that is that it doesn't make you powerless. Again, those experiences taught you some pretty valuable life lessons. They will have shaped who you are as well. But just because it's scary to pass through here doesn't mean this road doesn't need to be traveled. For some of us, this is really calling in our own inner strength and moving on to a place where we can deal with this stuff. We can experience happiness within our own minds and our bodies too. That we're not holding trapped trauma, we're not holding on to what I heard is worries and insignificance and things like that. We're knowing very strongly that we're powerful, and we're putting our power with intention as well. Again, they're saying the sex magic for some of you, yoni power, my friends, if it's that, or, phallic power, if that's what you're looking for, okay? Like, it's just however this resonates for you, but this is coming into a culmination again, is what I heard, because this wheel, it hasn't turned yet. It's not time, but it's going to. And all of the wisdom that you've learned, all of this ancestral knowledge, it's time for you to use everything that you've learned and set forth into the future with bright eyes, what I heard, bushy tail, and, just pure wisdom to help anyone else who may have been in the situation that you're in. So that's the message I have. I'm going to check the bottom of the deck here, which is the Four of Bows celebration. It is time to celebrate. It is time to throw your hands up in the air, to dance around the fire, to connect with your loved ones, to connect with, those people who make you happy, who fill your heart's fire, who bring you joy, who bring you abundance, and definitely, definitely, definitely party. For some of you, this is marriage, but I also feel like it could be bringing partners into your world as well that are going to help you feel much more fulfilled in your life. But this is a wonderful place. The culmination has come and it's time to celebrate. So that's what I have. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.